All right, I'm back for Dust US's ongoing coverage of Fragadelphia CS2, and I'm here with Emmy from FlyQuest Red following their loss to Fisher College earlier in the day. So to start, how do you feel like your match against Fisher College went?
Um, it was tough. Definitely first map we went down, I don't know, 07, 08, but we brought it back to 8-8. I think after that, we just threw some crucial rounds. It was not on just like any one person, it was on all of us. But I guess when it came to Mirage, we couldn't get our footing. No one's fault, it's just the rhythm of the game. Sometimes you don't really get the rhythm. But yeah, it was a fun match, and they're really nice guys, so yeah, it was just a fun BO3.
And more broadly, how are you enjoying your team time back in CS so far? This is, I believe, your first CS LAN since Frag 15 back in late 2021. So how are you enjoying your time in Frag again?
I love it. I love coming to Frags. I mean, meeting all these amazing people, meeting people that I've met online before, playing at cool venues every time we come to Frag. I think this venue has its perks. It's just a little hot in some of the areas, but it's really nice being back in CS and playing CSGO on LAN again. I think it feels a lot better than playing Valorant on LAN, and I think the game overall just feels a lot better.
And more broadly, what prompted your decision to return to CS from Valorant? I know for a while there you were on a Faze clan over in GameChangers, and it seemed like things were going relatively well. So why come back to CS now?
I was actually quitting gaming by the end of, I think, November. And I was thinking of going back to school, but then Goose reached out to me and she wanted to know if I was interested in coming back to CS and see if I was still, had the love for it. And we just pugged a little bit, and I don't know, the stars just kind of aligned. I wasn't planning on coming back to CS, it just kind of happened. And I'm pretty blessed for Goose bringing me back into the squad.
So was GooseBreeder like a big factor in you deciding to come back to CS? Do you think you would have done it if it wasn't for her reaching out to you?
Yeah, I mean, Goose, we've been sisters for years and years and years now. She's definitely the big reason why I came back to CS. I don't know if I would have came back just for the team. I didn't know any of the girls, so it was kind of hard to gauge that. But Goose has literally been one of my closest friends for years now, and in game, out of game, we got the vibes. So yeah.
Something I wanted to ask you about your time in Valorant. I was actually looking this up before the interview, and I noticed you didn't play as Emmy in Valorant. You played as Schmeedy.
Yeah.
What's the story with that?
I originally was Emmy, but damn, there's a lot of Emmys in Valorant. In CS, there are not many Emmys, or none in the Impact League at least, so I was free to be Emmy in CS, but yeah, there was just a lot. I would get mistaken for other Emmys, and it just got me so pissed off at some point. I was just like, F it, I'll play as Schmeedy.
And now back in CS, you're working under Coe, who recently became the IGL of FlyQuest. What can you tell me about sort of playing under her leadership?
It's definitely different than what I'm used to with callers in CS and just Valorant, I guess. But she's a really good caller. She's very calm when she calls. She's very direct. I think she's definitely getting her footing from just starting to IGL for this team. But yeah, she's doing really good, and every game she gets better and better. So it's great to witness.
And as someone who sort of left the CSGO scene right before ESL Impact started, now you're coming back into the CS scene sort of in the midst of Season 5 of Impact. What's your impression of how the women's scene has changed since you left and now that you've come back?
The women's scene in Impact has definitely changed. We have a lot more trans women and just a broader spectrum of women in general, all genders. I think it's great. We have a lot more teams, we have a lot more players, and more competition. So I think it was a change that needed to happen, and that was really good on Impact for allowing all these different genders, all trans women to play freely without any restrictions on it.
And do you think it's more competitive than it was back in the day? I know sort of when you were on CLG Red, the defining conflict was between you and Dignitas. So overall, what do you think about the competitiveness of the Impact scene now?
I think, at least for NA, I think it's a great diversity of skill and noobs, I guess. I don't know all the teams in Impact, but Shimmer, Nouns, they have really showed us that they can hang and they deserve to go to LAN. And I just think, having more than one team is really great to play against. That is our quote-unquote rival. And yeah, I think the whole scene has evolved in a great way, and I'm grateful to be back.
Yeah, and with that, you're obviously you're only 23, but you're heading now into your third sort of esports career, your CS:GO career, your Valorant career, and now your CS2 career. Does that a good feeling to know that you still have a lot of time to sort of figure things out and make your impact in the space?
Yeah, it feels really good. 23 is still young. I think I have a good 5 more years left if I want to stay in gaming. I still feel as young as I was when I was 17, so the game feels really good. I feel really good. Yeah.
All right, that's Emmy from FlyQuest Red. We'll see them in action later today as they look to make it out of their group. Thank you so much for your time, Emmy, and we will be pausing now.